got that checking to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No call. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Act like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight.
Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly, your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
A clash of two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Double.
On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Check three.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
White 90, white 20, white 86, white 27.
On second down, Lynch. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
White 20!
Here goes Vic on 4th down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Late. Back's mine.
Vic will look to throw on first down. And the catch made by Johnson. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Don't be mad. It's more coming.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
So.
Mike 50.
Here's Michael Vick. Eluding the pressure right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
White 20, white 90, white 27.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
190. 190. White twist it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
190. White 20. Orange.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Alpha.
I know he ain't got it.
White twist it.
On third down, Vic. Throw left side, complete to Moss.
We got 4.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
White twist it.
From the red zone now, Vic. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Randy Moss, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. The former Cowboy, Deion Sanders, in on the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Check, go back. We got
Slow.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Ready. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
motion.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
Now here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Ready. green 90, green 90. Slow. Z.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes.
Check.
Looking deep downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Calvin Johnson, 42 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
White 20.
Throwing again, Vic on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And his throw here's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Vic out of the gun. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
300. Alpha. Double.
Check. Fresno. Motion, I got one.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Hey, let's
So
go.
4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Orange.
We got four.
Hey, let's go black 2-9.
Mike's 54.
They're going to try and throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Tight end's right. Here we go now. Green 90. Slow. Z.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Going up top. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.